She was always the first to arrive, not because she had to, but because she was afraid to be late. Her name was Amara, an intern, temporary, easily replaceable. At least, that's how everyone treated her. Every morning, she carried coffee for people who never learned her name, printed documents no one thanked her for, sat quietly in meetings where her ideas were ignored.
I think the projections show a clear path forward. I think we could also, exactly, that's the synergy we need.
To them, she wasn't a person. She was background noise. One afternoon, during an important team presentation, the projector suddenly stopped working. The room filled with irritation. "Where's IT?" someone snapped. "We're wasting time." Amara hesitated. Then, slowly, she stood up. She walked to the laptop, typed calmly, adjusted one setting. The screen flickered and came back on. Silence. No applause, no acknowledgement, just someone saying, "Good, now sit." She did. Later that week, the department head made a decision. "We don't need the intern anymore," he said coldly. "She doesn't bring value." Her contract would end Friday. Amara didn't argue, didn't complain, didn't beg. She just kept working, because what no one knew was what she did after everyone left. When the office went dark, Amara stayed behind. She studied the company systems, found broken workflows, spotted security risks no one noticed, built quiet solutions that made everything run smoother, not for praise, not for recognition, but because she cared. Friday arrived, executives gathered in the boardroom. The department head spoke confidently.
"We'll be ending the intern program. No real impact."
Then something unexpected happened. The door opened. The CEO walked in. The room shifted. He sat down slowly, then slid a document across the table. "Before you continue," he said calmly, "read this." The pages listed process improvements, cost-saving automations, system vulnerabilities fixed, performance upgrades implemented quietly, all credited to one name, Amara. The room went silent. The CEO stood. "I don't see an intern," he said. "I see the most valuable person in this room." The department head couldn't speak. Later that day, Amara was called into the office. She walked in expecting the worst. Instead, she was offered a permanent position, a real salary, a real seat at the table. Her hands trembled as she signed the offer letter. As she walked out, the same people who once ignored her now watched in silence, not because she demanded respect, but because she earned it. And maybe the real question isn't whether Amara deserved the opportunity. The real question is this: how many people like her are being ignored right now? Amara's promotion spread fast, too fast. Suddenly, people who once walked past her now smiled too brightly, invited her to meetings, pretended they had always believed in her. But not everyone was smiling. Across the room, the department head watched her quietly, jaw tight, ego bruised, because in his eyes, Amara wasn't talent, she was a threat. At first, the changes were subtle. Her ideas started getting interrupted. Her emails went unanswered. Her project approvals began to stall. Then, one afternoon, during a major executive review, something worse happened. A presentation Amara had worked on for weeks was shown with her name removed. Instead, the department head stood confidently. "Our team developed this strategy," he said. The executives nodded, impressed. Amara sat frozen, invisible again. But this time, she knew the truth. That night, she stayed late, not to cry, not to complain, but to prepare. She opened her laptop, pulled up timestamps, version histories, email trails, project logs, every contribution, every edit, every idea. Documented, organized, undeniable. A week later, another executive meeting. The department head spoke again. "This department is thriving under my leadership," he said proudly. The CEO listened quietly, then turned his head. "Amara," he said, calm but direct. "You've been unusually quiet lately. Why?" The room stilled. All eyes turned to her. She stood, not nervously, not timidly, but steady. "I didn't want to disrupt the room," she said gently, "but I believe credit matters, accountability matters, and truth matters." She connected her laptop to the screen, and then the evidence appeared. Emails with her ideas, documents with her timestamps, system logs proving authorship, edits tracked to her name. The room shifted. The department head's face drained of color. No shouting, no accusations, just facts. Clean, clear, unarguable. The CEO studied the screen, then leaned back slowly.
Thank you for showing us this.
He said. He turned toward the department head.
We'll continue this conversation privately.
2 weeks later, the department head was gone. No announcement, no drama, just an empty office. And Amara, she wasn't promoted again. She wasn't praised loudly. She wasn't paraded as a success story. Instead, something more powerful happened. People listened when she spoke. Projects moved when she approved them. Decisions changed when she questioned them. Not because she fought for power, but because she earned trust. That evening, she stood alone by the office window, city lights glowing beneath her. She thought back to the girl who used to carry coffee quietly, the one no one saw, the one no one valued. And she whispered softly to herself, "They'll never overlook me again." Success didn't make Amara proud. It made her careful. Because when you rise quietly, people start watching loudly.